Hi guys. So I'm Flip. I'm going to talk about opinions today. I want to start with a quote from F. Scott Fitzgerald. You've probably all heard it before. The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposed ideas in the mind at the same time. Unfortunately, this quote it's kind of bullshit. It's not really true. I hold two ideas in my mind all the time. It doesn't make me smart. It makes me a hypocrite. What Fitzgerald is actually describing is a psychological phenomenon, and that psychological phenomenon is called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is the mind's inability to process these two opposing ideas. So what happens when your mind experiences cognitive dissonance is it invents cognitive biases, which actually inform your opinions. Cognitive biases are an evolutionary mistake. They're not intelligence. What you're seeing here is a picture. I'm sort of off track. Hang on, I'm coming back. Okay. So we've got a real popular common bias in the Rails community. It's called groupthink. Groupthink is when everyone says, you know what, I'm not really going to rock the Rails love boat. I'm going to do it the Rails way, and I'll kind of go along with the trend. And that's okay. It works for a lot of people. But for some people, it doesn't work. And those people are called visionaries. Those are the people who don't give a shit about rocking the boat and really want to do something creative and innovative and drive the community forward in a lot of different ways. These are true first-rate intelligences. I am not an innovator. I am a software subjectivist. I believe what you tell me to believe. If Python is faster, I use Python. If Node.js is more fun, I use Node.js. If CouchDB scales better, I use CouchDB. And what I'm doing is I'm gambling. I'm gambling my reputation. I'm gambling my clients' money. I'm gambling my project's ability to function in the future. So what I need is a set of strong opinions. I need some central beliefs to kind of base what I'm doing everything around. The good news is that in Ruby, you can kind of just hack open the library and take a look. You can make up your mind about what you believe and why you believe it. It's really, really easy to kind of figure out and establish these opinions. Except, a lot of times you're going to want to build software right off the bat, and maybe you're following not invented here syndrome. And that's kind of a problem in our community. We reinvent stuff all the time, and I know that a lot of people think that kind of diversity is good, but it also sometimes hurts us. If you just need to extend the API a little bit, fork it, push it, you're done. But from time to time, you're actually going to want to reinvent the wheel. And this is pretty fun, because this is when all of those opinions that you've been building, as you've been looking at the source code, as you've been trying to figure out how it all works, this is when they all come out and they express themselves, and you release this into the world, this opinionated piece of code, and people shit all over it. And now you have to defend it. And it's tough. But Aristotle gave us these three cool weapons to defend your code. They're the three devices of rhetoric. You've got the first one, which is logos. Logos is nothing but logic. It's really basic. It's really easy. You guys do logos all day, every day. And it's really the way that you should go. It's pretty straightforward. It's easily vetted. It's tangible. The next is ethos. Ethos is an appeal to your credentials. I tend to think we should let ethos speak for itself. A lot of people are going to tell you that they work for someone, or that they went to a certain school, or that they did a certain program, but that doesn't really mean anything when I install the library if it doesn't work. The last is pathos. You have to avoid pathos. Pathos is an appeal to emotion, and it's not very effective. It pisses people off, it gets the community riled up, and it causes a lot of problems. Unfortunately, we work on the internet, and the internet is chock full of pathos. But if you start getting this pathos directed at you, it probably means that you've done something right. If you've got people writing angry blog posts about what you're doing, it means that you question some authority. It means that you actually shook shit up, and you did something unique, and you got people excited. And that's really cool, because I think kind of the point of that is that you get innovation out of questioning authority. And it creates real value for all of us. Unfortunately, you could be wrong. In the event that you're wrong, that your opinion is a little bit misled, you want to do what's called having strong opinions weakly held. You want to believe what you're talking about, but you don't want to be irrational about it. You want to be able to let go of those strong opinions and move on with your life. And barring all else, we found at Be More on Rails that beer is kind of the great equalizer. If we go to a presentation and we piss each other off, we can go out, we can have some beer, we can have a couple nachos. Everybody loves nachos, and it really works out to everyone's benefit. I didn't actually have enough to talk about for a last slide, so there's some information on me. I'm Flip. I work at Intridia. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. I'm sorry I stumbled a little bit there. Cool.